Seeing this Cars video go down, and it's just one of my standard toy reviews in a sense. We take a look at toys and make comparisons of things and learn stuff along the way. Seeing that go down had me very, very suspicious about what goes on. Now, see, I got review requests. Let me just refresh the page and let's see which way this falls. Well, hi there, this is Elf on the Shelf Dark Side. I've got to shout because there's strange sounds coming from next door. Over the back there, that's actually a real McCoy Elf on the Shelf book. There is a naked elf inside that pack as well. Because he's naked, I bought in some clothes. Now, in Australia, those two there retails for just under $100, a smidgen under. Let's call it $100. Yet, in the same shopping centre I bought that, dun, 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 this is Dark Side stuff here. That there basically cost me $30. $10 for the book, $10 for the elf, and $10 for 3 sets of clothes. So, what would you rather pay, okay? $30 or $100? $30 or $100? When I purchased this Elf on the Shelf pack here in Australia, it was $69.99. That's $1 off $70. That's probably half that price in USA. A little clothes pack here, which is sort of cute, was $29.99. That's $1 off $30 in Australia. Probably half that price in the USA. Now, what's really sad is when I purchased those two items there in this major retailing complex, I only had to walk 20 paces to find the people selling this knockoff stuff here. Now, I've got to ask this question. When are these major retailing shopping centres going to haul up and stop people from selling knockoff goods, because it's getting out of control? Knockoff stuff is being sold in so many shops now. Something's got to give. It's not fair to the people who own the rights to these items. When I first started seeing Elf on the Shelf books and stuff in Australian retailers, I didn't know much about it, and I do question this line here, a Christmas tradition. To me, a tradition is something that goes back generations or hundreds of years. That's the use of that word. Okay, maybe you can tell me what you think about this word here. It had me reading the wiki page about this, and it talks about Elf on the Shelf deriving from 2004, okay? It's a good read, it's a very important read, plus the criticism of Elf on the Shelf, the fact it's become a marketing juggernaut, and the psychological effects on children where you have this idea of something spying on you isn't really that nice. I mean, the elf to some people looks sort of spooky. Now, last year I had this is a knockoff elf here, I had this one in the house, we made a funny video about it, but this thing freaked out my son and we had to actually hide it away. Okay, having this thing sitting in the house looking so creepy really freaked my son out. So maybe a warning here is, if you have children that are a little bit sensitive, especially if they are sensitive to something potentially spying on them, Elf on the Shelf might be more trouble than what it's worth. Well, let me come in and do some cleaning up on the table here, pull some things aside, bring some things forward. We'll compare the real pack here versus our fake elf, our fake book, and maybe the fake clothes. So, okay, this is the real McCoy Elf on the Shelf pack. It is impeccably packaged. It looks beautiful. When it's in store, it's just shouting, buy me, buy me. Spin it around here, and it's got a bit of a read on the back there. You can see how much I paid for it. It'd be half that price in the USA. And what I worked out in Australia is the price basically dumps after Christmas. That's the time to pick them up. When you open this up, it just oozes with, the sort of commercial quality you get of real stuff today. The book is there. Okay, I don't know if I get the book out successfully here without having a major fail, and I can't show too much of the book because of copyright, but it is beautifully bound. It's got a cover sleeve there. Okay, we'll open up a few pages, hopefully without getting into trouble, but the first thing I note is the pages feel nice and thick. Okay, this feels like a nice quality book. There's Santa there. You guys naughty and nice, hey? And of course, you know who's going to report back to Santa? Yes, that little guy there. Nothing but trouble. And very early in the book, you get a sense of what this elf's up to. At holiday time, Santa sends me to you. I watch and report on all that you do. Be very careful, boys and girls. This thing's after you. As you can hear, it is a rhyming style of book. It is beautifully illustrated. That may be some children's favourite book of all time. It's very Christmassy. And I dare say this here is like the get out clause about being a tradition. Well, it's when the tradition starts with you. You can start it and stop it whenever you want. And I also notice here, it is a mummy and daughter team. Look at this here. These are the people behind the book. Wow. So if you go beyond the beautiful photo there, you can read about the authors here. It's quite a nice read. You have to buy the book to read it, won't you? And there's also a bit of a blurb about the illustrator as well. And I believe it's a lady. Now my guess is that this book here has made those people extremely wealthy, just has that sniff about it. Let's take a look at the real McCoy elf here. And when we looked at this in store... Oh. Okay. Hear that noise in the background? Welcome to my world. There's no such thing as a quiet neighbourhood. Well, I'll tell you something, and you don't need to be a rocket scientist to work this out. This elf on the shelf thing has made those people extremely wealthy. Let me just push that aside. Let's take a look at this, the real McCoy elf here. And when we saw it in store, of course we were curious about this thing. We couldn't work out what this hole was for. We didn't know whether it was to sort of tickle the elf or make sure it had a breather hole. I dare say if it hasn't got a hole there, the poor thing's going to suffocate. So he's got a breather hole there so he doesn't suffocate. And we also thought they packed in some elf food in there. It looks like he hasn't opened it up. Or is that something else? That might be some sort of silica gel so he doesn't get too wet when he comes from China. Well, I've got some rather sad and disturbing news for you. This video is going to change direction in a radical way. I was going to come along and unbox this lovely real elf with my rubber chicken like I normally do. I think a lot of people get satisfaction from seeing that. I certainly have a lot of fun. You know what, I was going to come along and we were going to blow up some elves or feed them to the lawnmower. But sadly, YouTube today is a little bit deformed. And if I proceed on with my merry ways here, there's a very good chance the video will become non-advertiser friendly. Let me just show you what I've discovered. Well, this video here about a centipede and a redback spider, I got it cleared and then it came along and got double hit. I'll show you the stats behind that to prove that and show you what went on. The one about a frog versus a cricket and the kids mucking around in the backyard. It got cleared, it got double hit. I've got a really recent toy review one which talks about Cars 3 cars. It came up as unadvertiser friendly and I've asked for a review. Okay, so we're going to refresh the page and see where that goes. And it was the redback spider one of my spider tank ones, and it has been double hit as well. It got cleared and got hit again. Seeing this Cars video go down, and it's just one of my standard toy reviews in a sense, we take a look at toys and make comparisons of things and learn stuff along the way. Seeing that go down had me very, very suspicious about what goes on. Now, see, I got review requests. Let me just refresh the page and let's see which way this falls. Just refreshing the page. Now, it's failed. Confirmed by manual review. This is totally wrong, YouTube. This is so wrong. I'm starting to wonder what exactly is doing this manual review. Let's just be reminded what this video is about. Okay, there's the video there. I have to click on it again to see what was about.
This video will show how to make a smashed up lightning.
Oh yes, I remember this one. This is a good one. It was very, very popular.
Storyline of the film before the film comes out.
So what is wrong with this video? Why has it failed manual review? I've just turned the volume down so I'm not double hearing myself. Yeah, I went to a toy store, I looked at stuff, I looked at a sticker book thing, you remember this one? And it basically showed the whole story of the film. Then we looked at some Cars comparisons, and we seen the way the Lightning McQueen, the new one, for some reason, is different to the one from before, and that was a mystery. Yeah, we got into a big pack like that. That was an expensive pack. Oh, I remember buying that one, it blew my wallet apart. It did some crazy oh, there's a rubber chicken. Maybe it's the chicken that's causing this, eh? I don't understand. I mean, people are saying, oh, you just laugh this off, Leo, it's just part of the way YouTube works anymore. Well, it's too risky producing stuff because I don't know which way this is going to fall. Oh, mate, that was a nice, actually, that's a nice McQueen, that one. Yeah, we look at the sticker scenes, we keep going forward. That's right, we make comparisons on who... It's just a standard, it's like my standard toy review video. And the funny thing is, I was actually steering away from these because... well, everyone's doing these styles of videos now without giving the game away. Making comparisons there? Man, this is just a children's video. There is... oh, hang on, I'm whacking... maybe the bot doesn't like me for that I did some panel beating. But that was a very popular part of the video. I think a lot of children like to see a smashed up McQueen. Mr. Hammer. Maybe it's Mr. Hammer causing the bot to go crazy. Oh, man. I'm just over it, guys. If you... well, put it this way. I'm fully explained the reason why I'm going to get away from this site. This site is wrong. A little tip in finding the videos which have been deemed non-advertiser friendly, there's actually a nice little drop-down list in your video manager, and you can go down here and see the one there, limited or no ads. Click on that. Poof. Oh, that's a bunch of misery. What I've noticed is sometimes when this little bot gets it wrong, it does clear and reverse itself, but I'm not seeing it reverse itself on these mistakes here, which have been here for over a week. Let me show you the data behind this video here, and some people were accusing me of using screenshots. I'm keeping this as truthful as possible because this could be a legal matter one day. This is the analytics page of this video here over the last 28 days. That there is the watch time. I've never understood that. That there is the average view duration. It's actually not bad. Normally it's about 2 minutes on my videos. That there is the views, and this one here is the estimated income, and this exposes how I got the video back and then lost it again. Here's an expanded view of the income of that video, showing the time when it's dipped down here on the first time I lost the video, then I got it back here, and then this is the second dip where I've lost it again. And you look at the amount of money here, $2.40 it was making there, go back a bit here, $2.84. There's a lot of ebbs and waves on YouTube. There's nothing really stable. It's a bit like the Bitcoin price. Okay, $1.73 there. And as soon as I lost this, I put in the manual review and it got refused, well, virtually immediately. It failed within, it seems like a very short period of time. So there's 11 cents there, 29 cents there, 27 cents there. And I said to Google, I said, man, this doesn't feel right. This manual review process seems like it got it wrong in my mind. They agreed with me, so they gave me the video back. So it went back up to $1.09, it went back up to $2.43, and then the normal ebbs and waves of the site as the week progresses. You get peaks on the weekend and droughts in the middle of the week. $2.04, and then to my surprise, or no surprise at all, it got hit again without any chance of review. Just got whacked out of the sky. Down at 73 cents, and then here we are here, 14 cents, yay! 17 cents, yay! 15 cents, yay, and 12 cents, hooray! And like I said last time when we looked at this data, what would you prefer to be earning, a couple of cents or a couple of dollars? But that there is the proof. That's the first time I lost the video there, then I got it back, and that's the second time I lost the video. Double whammy. I'm sorry to talk all that boring data, but you need to understand why I'm starting to lose confidence in uploading on this site. What I'm going to do is very simple. I'm basically going to quarantine this video in a sense. I had actually an elf from Aldi there. That was a $9 elf, and we're going to make a comparison as well. I'll probably put it on the fire, but then again, that would have hit the demonetization bot. I've still got all the knockoff stuff here. All I can tell you is the knockoff stuff, well, it's knockoff stuff, okay? The people who are behind Elf on the Shelf never profit from this. And that's what's wrong about it. Oh, these are the other elves that I found for sale. These are all the other knockoffs. Oh, chicken just said hello then. Look at that there. These things are teeming through the... Oh, nearly said a bad word. That's the place where I found them. These things are everywhere. Okay, dirt cheap, and they're everywhere. I just think it was amazing how many variations there were in the knockoff realm. A lot of girl elves. Do they do girl elves in the real Elf on the Shelf? Hey? But, you know, the problem with this video is there's a very good chance that the ridiculousness of YouTube today is not going to understand this video, and it's going to see it as a problem. And until I understand myself what YouTube wants and what they don't want, well, I'm actually wasting my time trying to make something to impress the site, because as far as I can see, YouTube has become a very, very unimpressive site. And in all seriousness, it might be the rubber chicken slapping around that's causing the problems for me. I mean, the problem is Google are never going to tell you why videos get triggered by this ridiculous thing. I wonder also if it's trolls doing this, people flagging my videos, because unfortunately being popular on YouTube attracts the wrong sort of people. I hope you guys are starting to understand the dilemma I'm in. I really do hope you understand. This may take months and months to resolve. Once again, you're never going to be told by Google. I think there's a lot of panic going on at the moment because I know there's a lot of producers looking for other places to upload to. We never got to unboxing him, and I'm really, really sorry to do this. It's the first time I've actually hauled a video up like this, but I really hope you understand the reason why I'm doing this. I'm really sorry that I've had to pull up this video. I'm in no mood to continue on, and I really hope you understand why. And I'm not going to become a Patreon beggar. If I start doing that, just walk away from me, please. I'm not going there. I can't stand the whole Patreon thing. I'm meant to be celebrating 10 years on YouTube, and look at that there. Let me turn the lights around. I had all the jars redone. I even finished off the back wall finally with perforated metal and stuff. Get rid of that stupid elf there. I had all this redone, like the celebration of 10 years of YouTube, man. What a total waste of time that was. It's been nothing but a nightmare this year. I don't know, if I'm getting a normal toy review fail the review process, please, someone explain to me what's going on. I don't understand anymore. I'm over it. I'm sorry, I'm just over it. Please Google, turn that demonetization bot off, that machine learning process off. It doesn't work. It's failing all the time. Turn it off. It's killing us. Please turn it off. I'm feeling that depressed, but I know there's one thing that'll make me feel happy. Let me get an elf. Let's have some abstract thoughts here. This fake elf on the shelf here is representing the YouTube demonetization bot. That's a bit strange. It's a lady. Okay, let's sit it there. I'm going to turn up the heat on that bot and see how it reacts. It's a bit of a cooler day, but it's about to get a lot hotter. Oh, it's laying down. I wonder why. Ooh, not much of it left now. How you feeling? Little bit hot? Yeah. I think that's a very good night, sister. Oh, look at that. I think I've just resolved a problem. That YouTube bot's not flagging stuff anymore. It's totally out of action. There is a peculiar thing with plastics. A lot of them will self-extinguish, as you've just seen. And you actually got to come in and relight them up to get them on fire again. So, it's funny, some people see plastics as, once it's on fire, it really goes crazy and will be burning forever. But I can actually prove that they do extinguish them by themselves. And in no time at all, this fire is going to go out, and it won't make a liar of me, will it? There we go. Fire is out. We've just learned something, I hope. Maybe after that wanton incineration, we can learn something about what's left of this elf. I love it. Look at that. That is the face. It's face planted and sort of saved its face. Yeah, another little treasure that I can keep. Crispy critter. And this stuff here, it's weird. It must have been down in the seat of the elf. It's like a different material. Wow, that's weird, isn't it? It's like some sort of weird sort of foam balls. Don't understand what that is, and I noticed a lot of it didn't burn. Weird, but I think the bonus here is that crispy critter elf face. I just hope that passes the educational criteria for today's very sensitive YouTube.